Someone over in the SureCart community Facebook page asked how to add images to the SureCart collections taxonomy term. And I'm going to show how to do that and a couple other things too that will definitely level up your customization with SureCart products, and specifically like how you categorize them. So I actually abandoned the native collections taxonomy that comes with SureCart for one main reason. If you go to it and look at the SureCart collection, and if you go to edit it, you can see I had created some here on this site. I'm not seeing my normal edit screen, and I like to be able to see everything that I should be seeing on the edit screen. So I created a custom taxonomy, and I'll show you how I did that. And then this is what I got with it. So that's what these are down here. So planners, notepads, accessories. I can custom order them. I can even change the name of it from plural to singular, and I can add images to it as well. So, and you kind of see how I do that here. So planners, find your planner. Notepads, find your notepad. Accessories, find your accessory. So really leveling up what you can do. And this actually would apply outside of SureCart, but the question was specifically about SureCart, so I just wanted to show how I have that set up. So I guess let's just look at how I have these, how to edit these. So on the back end, like how it would look to like add a new one or edit it. So I have it set up to show up, I have this custom taxonomy connected to this SureCart product. So if I click on products, like I did earlier, you can see like here's collections, the native or default one, and then here's product categories, one that I created. So here is the list of them, some information about them. One other reason that I wanted to use a custom taxonomy instead of the native collections taxonomy is that my SEO plugin isn't totally integrated with SureCart's collections, native collections, or at least I can't see it. So like here you can see I have my, the SEO framework is a plugin that I use. And if I go to edit one of these, let's just do the planner for example. These three things right here are just normal standard stuff you'd get with any taxonomy term. So the name, the slug, the description. And then here's my SEO plugin settings, general SEO settings. So I can change the title, the description, some other SEO options for it, all the way down to then here. Here's what I customized and added. This is not what happens by default. So I added a plural label, a singular label, and a primary image. And then I also added a term order so I can customize or manually set the order for these terms. And in this case, it's the product categories I have set up for SureCart. So, and just to demonstrate this, if I would go, so right now planners is the first one here. So if I would go and change this to, let's change to 9, and then hit update. And then if I go look at this, if I go back to all my categories, so SureCart, product categories, you can see I actually have a column where it's showing the term order here, and now 9, this is at the bottom. Now, I'm changing this back to 1, because typically I want this to show up first. And if I refresh now on the edit screen here, it will show up at the top. Now I don't have, here is a list of a couple categories. These are set manually, this order here. This is not following the term order custom field, but I could have it set up to use that. I just did this manually here. So how do you set all this up? So it's very simple, and I have it set up with ACF, Advanced Custom Fields, also does custom taxonomies and custom fields for taxonomies. You can also use Metabox. Those are the two that I'm most familiar with. The Metabox plugin, metabox.io. But anyway, so I'll just show you how I have it set up here with ACF. Again, it'd be very similar if you use another plugin. But if you click on taxonomies, you can see I created one here called product categories. And I just basically followed the instructions for it. So the plural, and this is not for the term. Remember I have the custom field set up. This is unrelated to that. But I kind of got my idea from this here. So product label, singular label, the taxonomy key. I I made this underscore because that is the typical taxonomy key syntax used in WordPress. But then for the URL, I wanted that to use dashes because that is, that's the preferred way to have the URLs. And if we go, I'll show you where that setting is. So on down here, you can see what I have selected. Labels, just some additional options. I didn't change anything there. Visibility, I don't believe I changed anything here, but then URLs, I did change this. So for the URL selector, I changed it from using the taxonomy key, which is a default, to using a custom permalink, and I just used product-category. And permissions, I didn't change anything there. REST API, if that is not enabled, you want to enable that. And then, so then that's how I created the taxonomy. Now that the custom fields was up here, field groups. And I called this term details. I didn't call it product category term details because I may want to use, or I probably will use these exact same custom fields for other custom taxonomies on this website. So I called it term details, and then I have a plural label. And this is the term plural label is the field name or the key for that custom field. Singular label, same thing except singular. Primary image, term primary image. And the reason I pre-append term to it is so that it's a little more unique than just doing plural label. Because when I'm querying this data, I could have other custom fields that are the plural label, but this is the term plural label. So that's why I do that. And I have one for the image too. I called it primary image. And then for the term order, this is just a number, and I called it term order with a default value of 0. So, and then so where does these custom field settings show up? I have it set to show up on any taxonomy, but you could do it just the product category, but I wanted to show up for any taxonomy. And that's all you actually have to do. It will then automatically show up under products because, let me think through this here. Let's go back. Taxonomy, sorry. Here in product categories, the taxonomy, this is where I didn't go through this here. Labels, visibility, nothing really changes. URLs, I did talk about changing that. Visibility. Oh, right here, it was towards the top. Like post types, where does this post type, which post type should this taxonomy show up for? So I selected the SureCart product. And you can, if you select it, you can see all the post types available on the website. So that's why it's showing up here under products, because of that setting there. And then as far as getting this to showing up on the front end, it will change depending what theme or builder you're using. I'm using Etch, which basically gives me any kind of access that I want or need. I'll open this up so you can see how I have this set up. So if we edit with Etch, and if we scroll down to right here, so my loop, I'm querying product category, and then this is, I'm not going to get into this here, I'll show this to you, but that's not what this video is about. But basically I'm just querying the term IDs 22, 21, 19, and I'm doing it in the order they are included, which is why planners is coming, then notepads. If I would change this, then you would see notepads, planners. So that's the order here is a manual order, not using the term order custom field. And then as far as the dynamic data, how am I getting the image or the plural label or the singular label? For that, we need to open up this card component. Actually, sorry, we don't need to open up the card component. We can see it from right here. So this is the key, or the dynamic data key to get the primary image, to get the alt text for that image, to get the plural label. So the headline text is what this is here. I'm just getting the plural label for that. And then for the in the CTA here, it just says find your, this is static text, and then it's the singular label for that term. So, hope that makes sense. If there are any questions, drop a comment below. So there's kind of two parts to this. Like the one is like setting up the taxonomy, your product category, and the other part is getting it displayed on the front end. So depending on what theme you're using, it's going to be different. But again, I would highly recommend Etch. I am an affiliate, but it is what I use for all new website builds. So I hope this is helpful. And if there's any questions, like I said, just drop a comment below.